Are we working? Is it working? Hi, Mary! Go away, thing. This is like the worst part of starting a new stream is the sound good or is the sound not good? But I can barely hear the music going on, so let's just make assumptions and be on our merry little way. But welcome to home! Yay! Okay. I'm probably stupid because I've made this steak before. You were there. But this looked like a cute little game. Like a cute little horror game, like Claire. That didn't seem like it would take too long. And we saw how that turned out. A nightmare. It was a nightmare. Hi, Oxers! So, I guess we're just gonna find out if this is going to be a nightmare or not. Because I don't know. And I lost my pop filter. So, things might get weird. So yeah. Hopefully this doesn't turn into Claire. Hopefully this works out for me. But, you never know. Welcome to home. We're gonna play a game. Let's do the game. Hang on. Hang on. Shoop. What are you doing? Don't be weird. What did I just do? Can we? You're gonna do this. You're gonna be like this, aren't ya? You're gonna do a thing and be a jerk. Okay, whatever. Home! A unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. Yeah! Okay, I'll be quiet. My throat's... Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete home in a single sitting. Should we turn off the lights? Oh my god, I don't know. Should we turn it off? Okay, let's turn off the lights. This is gonna be good. Hang on. Hang on. Took a headset off. Oh, it's dark. This is gonna be good. Like... Okay. So... oh, it's so spooky. Hoping it's gonna be a good horror. And it's gonna be fun. Okay. I'm ready. Kinda ready. I'm ready, yeah. Wear headphones! Turn off the lights! I already did! And I am! Yeah! Boom! All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Boop. Oh, do I have to click it? Oh. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Like, the sound in the game is like kind of quiet. So I don't know how it is for you guys right now. So. But I don't know. I mean, there isn't really sound right now, but yeah. We'll find out. We'll make our way. Oh. Hi, you're cute. I have to burp. What do you want me to do? What do I do? Oh, are you serial? It's the frickin' arrow keys? Okay, we have to... Hang on. I had to maneuver. I hate arrow keys. Okay. Zoom! Does this mean I don't need the mouse? Because if it's arrow keys and the mouse, I'm gonna freak out. That house. Where was I? Oh, I can hit down. Okay. Hopefully we don't need the mouse, because... Again, I'm gonna freak out if I do. There's this game from way back when that used to come in a box of cereal. Chex Mix. It was like Chex Quest or something. And I was obsessed with it when I was little. It's like Doom, but for kids. And the controls are arrow keys and mouse. No bueno. Hello. What do I do? What do you want? Oh! There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? Is that all we care? I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Okay, we don't... Okay. Shut up! Yeah, it was spacebar. Can I, like, interact with things? You have a leaky roof. Now do I go down the stairs or do I go in the door? I don't know. Let's go in the door. It's so cute. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? You opened the drawer. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Look like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Is that all we care? I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff, getting my fingerprints everywhere. Why do you care about your fingerprints? Okay. Oh. Hi. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man. I had to get out of there. If that man died in the hallway, what was the blood doing here? Ah! Oh, you can't like run and hold it up like you're running with your arms up? I don't know. Oh, so I can only interact with highlighted things? At least that makes it easy for me. I need crap dumbed down. Well, now I know it's a murder scene. Mary, how come you don't stream that game? Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? I liked that game. I have that game, but it looked fun. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. Batman, Rachel. Sorry. Don't even ever do that. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Da-da-da. I'm just so darn curious. The shelf is full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. This isn't my house. Why? Oh, you can't use your left thumb? Syrar would know my Batman voice all too well. Like, he'll just be at his computer, like, watching anime or whatever he's doing, and I'll be on the bed, like, playing Arkham Asylum or whichever, and I'm just, like, talking all this crap to the game. Like, it's awful, the crap that's coming out of my mouth, and I'm just like, baby. And he still loves me. Huh. It's pretty impressive. Pretty good. Oh yeah. Okay, we read that. Can I read it again? There was scribbles of all kinds on random scraps of paper and notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the old train yard? I don't know, did he? I have to burp again. Aw. I'm sorry about your thumb. I want to say I know your pain, but it's like my big toe on my right foot that hurt forever. And then my back. I'm just broken. I'm broken. But I refuse to go back. Oh! Oh my god! Are you... Shut up. Oh my god. Serious. It's not that I would love someone less if they did a Batman voice. It's the crap that comes out of my mouth. My Batman is not a good man. Like, he's really bad. And I just sit there talking in the Batman voice. And I do it for hours. And then my throat hurts and I'm like, ah, that sucks. Oh no. Oh no. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was churning my stomach. It's disgusting! Sorry. How long had this been here? Rotting. The man upstairs didn't look like he'd been dead a long time. Maybe it's not his house. Like Miri said, maybe it's a lady. Maybe she likes the hunt. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife, I guessed. There was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? How do you know it's his wife? It could have been his sister, a friend, a cousin, someone else. I took it. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. Probably not. So, I'm under the assumption that I'm just going to take everything. He's like, did I? No reason if we're taking it. Because why not? I like taking stuff that don't belong to me. What is that? Is that a mouse? A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? Yeah, you freed it! Yeah, I freed it. I feel good about myself right now. Very true, Mark. Very, very true. A collection of rusty tools. These looked like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in a shed? Maybe he doesn't have a shed. This was an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for in here? Blah, 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 blah. A photo similar to the old one I picked up. It'd been moved a lot. There seems to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Did you push the switch? Yeah, you pushed it. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Okay, let's go find out where. Why can't I take the yard tools? They seem like they could be helpful. We're trying to get out. We could put them in the man's shed if he has one. Meh. Meh. Anything he presumes or assumes, I'm just gonna say no. Like, you don't know that. What's this? I looked like hell. Oh, it was a mirror. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. And? Had I been sleepwalking again? Was that how I got to that house? So this is a thing. It's not like, oh, we're just here. The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Why did that scare me? I swear... I'm not a wimp. I promise. But when I stream, I am. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck by the smell. I guessed it led to the kitchen. Or a bathroom. Or a bathroom. That switch in the wall worked. The door had been unlocked. Oh. It did things before we knew about them. My bad. Wait, was there like another door? I don't... Hang on. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check and then we'll... What?! Okay, we're coming back to that. Did I go in here? The bathroom was spotless. Oh, there's the bathroom. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wondered if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning or him. Why would she do it? Why? Maybe she's working a full-time job and he's a stay-at-home hubby. Maybe that's why he's dead, because she came home and the house wasn't clean, so she beat the ever-living crap out of him. And she was like, just the bathroom? And he was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't done. Sorry. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. It seemed odd that the tray had been left there, considering how clean the rest of the bathroom was. Why can't I take that? Whatever. Okay, now we're gonna go downstairs. And then we're gonna go in here. Okay. Accomplishments. No, I want to go in there now. Ah! The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I'd found a way out. I must have moved it, right? I guess. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. But what if we're going to check that other room? I can't play games like this. There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Keycard. Ocker. Last one. I promise. It didn't make much sense at the time. Did I take it? The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. Whoop! Hi, buddy. I saved your life. Oh, wait. No, I don't care. That's all that was there? Okay. Why that was taped off, I don't know. Hang on. Or yes, they could have had a cleaning person. I did not think of that. There was a ladder going underground where the box... What? Shut up, phone. Just shut up! A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? Yeah, you climbed down the ladder. Oh. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Ba-da-da-ba. Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind, and a lot of traffic. Anything else? Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. Places all over were marked on the old map of town, the industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. The guy upstairs must have done this, but what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. Meh. Meh. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information. I don't know, dude. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first, and I needed to see what else was down there. Batman. Sorry, I did it again. I can't. Like, Rachel, anything. Everything makes me think of Batman. Okay, yeah. Does this mean I should go upstairs? I didn't find something. No, you know what? We're good. A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun? I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Yeah, you took it. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Okay. Why did I take the gun? Because I made you. I am you. I control you. Hi, Quaid. It does not sound like Adam Sandler. It sounds like Batman. Like Christian Bale. I do the underbite and everything when I do it. It was so dark down there and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't help what I saw. What was this place? The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper covered in what looked like names. They were scratched out and oh my god. Illegible. Notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. He, if, E, H, F, O, whoa. None of it made any sense to me. Nothing about Rachel or me was written here. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Boop. Didn't sound like Adam Sandler. Sounds like Batman. They looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes were stuck up amongst the dirt. Looked familiar? The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. Yeah, okay, words. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wondered, what would I have found if I had dug deeper? Wait, what? Uh-oh. Oh, I can go down. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind. Corrosive. What? Cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Danger. The slight fumes that still emanated from the cans made me dizzy. Everything makes you dizzy. Wait, what? It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. That place was getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. Do I go down here or over here? Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? The smell in that room was like old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. I'm just so dizzy! Okay. Bonk. And we go down. Oh, I thought that was a person. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? There. Nope. If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Why were there photos of our house and these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pocket and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to the house or did somebody bring me? Aliens! Oh, bats. My bad. I remember noticing a broken ladder. I had to be careful. What happens if I'm not careful? Oh, okay. I was not careful. Oh, there's whispers. There was rope hanging here. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Yeah, I took it. Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend. I see you! I don't think he does, though. That's okay. I have the rope now. There must have been a use for it around somewhere. Oh. Okay. The ladder! The rope I found would have let me climb down the ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes, you climbed down. I could hear a faint hum and the smell from before it started to get worse. Worse. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out! Danger due to cave-in! I wanted nothing more than to get out of there. I keep wanting to say here. I don't like talking in past tense. Hello? I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. Wow, words. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought. I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. I shouldn't have picked a game I had to read. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. Odd. There was a similar dirt on my own shoes. How queer. Hi, door. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? Exit! A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it, but I did. I slipped the knife in my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Oh, but what was that door? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go back. Hang on. Bonk. That car scared me. I thought it was in the game. Garbage bags. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. There were rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like old videotape was sticking up. Did I take the tape? Yeah. I wasn't sure what I hoped to discover with the tape, but I took it anyway. I did not want to keep digging through this mess. Like the burps! So much burps. Boop! I would go through the exit door, but I want to see what's in this door. I wish I knew where my pop filter was. The door was locked and there was a musty smell from inside. My face itched. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. Through the dust I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked in these sewers. Those sewers. Stop talking in past tense. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Did I turn it anyway? Oh. Maybe? Yes. Are we good? Through the dust mirror. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Wasn't sure what these valves were for. Did I turn it? Yeah. Let's just turn them all. Just keep going. There was an exit door and I didn't care. I just want to turn things. Wasn't sure what they were for, but I turned it. And this one. And this one. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go out the exit now. It seems to be working out for you though, Mark. So, applause. Exit! I hope. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. What? Did I not? I turned all the valves. Valves. Coca-Cola, Bill Cosby, Abracadabra, Stegosaurus, titties. Nice. And I think that's like way funny because my friend got caught by his dad watching pterodactyl porn. Well, my brother's friend. I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Let's see what happens, because I don't know. Nope. Oh, man. Can I go in here yet? Yeah, it's locked. Through the dust I could see the handprints. Looked like I turned off the water flow. Wait, what? Looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Okay, I turned off the water flow, so now I have to drain it? I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Yes. And then this one for safe measure. Wait, yeah, you turned it. Oh. What? Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. Take me to the exit. No. Anyway. What? Okay. I must say, between this game and Catherine, at least I don't have a map I cannot read. And that gets me lost every 2 seconds. This just has a ridiculously difficult puzzle. It's not ridiculously difficult, just there's nothing telling me what to do. Turn valves. I did that. Is there more I didn't see? There was similar dirt on my shoes. Okay, no. I think I did confuse the game for turning everything. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. I will try the regulator again. Why is the game buffering? Through the dust I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked in these sewers. Those sewers. Did I break it? It looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Maybe I have to turn them until they say that. I don't know. Can I turn you? I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off the storm flow. Did I turn it? Yes. Yes. I will try again. And if it doesn't work this time, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hit no. Maybe that'll fix the problem. I'm doubting it. But it's worth a shot. Why are you buffering? Okay. We go back. Oh my god. Like, the muscles in my shoulders are tensing right now. They're just like... And I'm like... This way... No, I left the valve alone. We're gonna do that to the other one too. Okay. Aw. So me and Mark are the ones who get screwed with the buffering. I was gonna say I don't care if it's just mine then, if everyone else is good. No, I left the valve alone. Let's go check! Let's go check! Then maybe we shouldn't be in the same region anymore, Mark. Maybe we should travel our ways. So no one has to buffer. Or I'll just be the... At least all I had to do in the Evil Within was freaking mash that button until it worked. Can I restart it? If I gave up now, I would remember... What? If I gave up now, I would remember what I had seen so far in those awful sewers. Did I quit? I don't want to quit. What do I do? What do I do? Well, the other two valves I can't turn anymore. It's just 2 and 3 I get the option. Whether or not I'm gonna turn it. What do I do? Yes. I quit. I quit. Oh hey, Steam updates. Yay! I totally forgot there was like a Steam holiday sale going on right now. Oh, I have no money on my Steam account either. Why don't you work when I hit you? Okay, hopefully we can continue. And it worked. Sorry for the mouse. Okay. So, I'm going to turn this one. Wait, did I already do this? Yes? Not turn 3. Hopefully, this will do a thing. And that door is still locked. Okay. Nah. Nah. I feel nothing I do is going to work. So let's just go all the way back and see what happens. Ah! I did not want to go back into those tunnels, so it seemed better to press on. Okay, we can't go back. We're stuck here, doing things. What's this? I did not want to keep digging through that mess. I think I broke the game. It looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. We're gonna go to 3, turn it off, or turn it. And then go to 2. Or Z. I'm pretty sure that's 2 though. Yes. And then... Meh. Figured it out! Now, if the water is still there, I might just explode. But I feel it will not. I feel we're pretty good right now. And... oh, I'm happy. What's this? Looked like the water drained out of that grate in the wall. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Did I take? There we go. I pocketed the small key, but it was so odd-shaped, I had no idea what it might open. You'd find out, like, a week later I post to Twitter, like, I exploded. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facilita? The faded paper was yellow and dusty, but there had obviously been wiped off recently. Door! The door was locked. I could see a faint light within. Up! I didn't know I could do that! There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what had happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. I couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yeah. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked up the keys from his pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. I was feeling even more sick from seeing another dead man. I didn't want to get any more blood on my clothes. That's so gross. You gross. That's nasty. Anyway. Onward. VHS never buffered. But the tape would come out sometimes. There was a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near an exit. But I wondered, what did the key I found on the sewer worker do? And what was on that videotape I found? Then what do... An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there. But it was so high up, there must have been... What? That must have been a sore landing. My leg ached just thinking about it. I guess that's a no-go. I made my way up the ladder as best I could on my leg. Would I really need that gun? Or that knife? Before the end? I wondered what was on that VHS tape I found, or in that locked room. Should I have gone back to check? My head was buzzing with questions, and I... tired thoughts as I ascended the ladder. Suddenly, as I lifted the heavy lid above me, I could smell fresh old pine trees. The lid had fallen on the entrance there, and it was stuck shut. Well... I'm sad. I wanted to know what was on that tape. But now I'll never know. Or that locked room. An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Did I extend the ladder? I popped the latch and brought the ladder down. Does that say? I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit, and I heaved the rusty door, regretting my choices. The wind was picking up a bit, and the night air had becoming strangely chilly. The night air had becoming strangely... I can't even. Were those eyes? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. maybe that's just the wind. I feel like... No. We're going back. We're going back. Not missing crap. I do this so bad. There were eyes! See you looking at me. Wiggle my light. Shoot! I'm gonna go up here now. Peace, homie. Ascend! In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. And I took it. I slid the filthy wallet into my back pocket. I noticed it didn't contain any kind of gun permit. What? In fact, it didn't contain any cards or ID of any kind. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. Did I put this up here? Or was somebody else carrying it? From the railing, I could see over the woods and down the entrance to the sewers. Had I come through there before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. You sound very guilty. It was getting cool up there and I shivered with an uneasy sense of what was to come. How did I get home from here? And we go down. And we go down. And we're down. Get away! Before I go in there... What's here? This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on that map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. No. I changed my mind. Ah! Okay, so I'm assuming I didn't have to pick up that key I had found. And since I can go in here, I'm gonna go in here. Wait. Is there anything over here? No. Nothing over there. The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of an increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. I'm regretting my choices again. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connecting to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course! The map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I'd found on the other man's bookshelf! His notes mentioned the water tower, and even this train yard! What was he doing coming back here? I don't know. The sorry condition of that place seemed sad somehow, but also ominous. Bop. Say what? I'm going back. Wait, but what? I want to see what was in that other door. If I even can. The ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter, faded remains of old schedules and reports. Among the paper were newer-looking sheets covered in scribbles and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in that house had kept similar scribbles hidden on his bookshelf, and he had notes on the water tower outside, too. I guess he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using this old station for? I couldn't be sure why the man had come to this station before, but it seemed obvious that he had. Every time. My stomach like turns like regret. Don't do it. Go back. The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal, as well as the broken fence, was the dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train shell, I could see a few faint impacts like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, though I couldn't really make anything out. I realized I was touching the gun I'd found as I thought. It was getting colder out there, and I had to keep moving. What? Okay, bye. Bonk! What? I wouldn't play if it had GTA engine put into the last half. I like its quirkiness as it is, and all the pixels. All the pixels. Wait, what way was I going? This way. I think. I don't remember. Okay. Hang on. Huh? There's two of them. Okay. A dry old picnic table sat lonely amongst the trees. It had carvings and marks from years of previous campers. As I tried to read some of the names in the marks, I idly thumbed the knife I'd found. If I wanted to, I could have carved something on that table. Did I? Yeah, it's gonna say Rachel Hearts Brucey. With a few crude strokes, I etched a simple design into the wood. R+H. Harvey? Dent? Douche. I knew she loved him more than me. Anyway, I felt like a teenager defacing the table. I read some of the other names and notes on the table's surface. Rytron, Kumar, Uncle Fu, Henry, Dan Isle, Dave D, Jenny. Seemed like the table had seen lots of use over the years. Anyway. What is this? The path ended in the cold-looking river. I wasn't sure if it was safe to cross like this. Did I cross it? Yeah, we crossed it. Because we're a man. Anyway. What is this? Two bodies. Two young women were half dug into a hasty, shallow grave between the trees. The younger-looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. I had no idea who these girls were. What was that? Eh? Oh! I'm so lame. Let's just not ever pay attention to me. I had no idea who these girls were. I didn't touch the gravesite, did I? Yeah, we're touching everything. I tried to arrange the bodies so their clothes covered them better. I closed the young one's eyes, shivering at the slight touch. With a few nearby sticks, I created a head marker on the so the police could find them later, because I'm not calling the cops. What were these women doing out here? Getting killed? Dum-dum? Why else? What would you think? Is that it? Okay. Did I wade back over to the other side? Wade! Deadpool! Sorry. Yeah, we did. We went ways. Wade! Bah. Bah. I wonder if this is gonna take me to this same spot. Trampled into the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take my card back? Why wouldn't you? I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. Here's to hoping. Through the fence I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. Through the bushes? Oh my god. I don't need this. A few embers still burned within the fire pit. I thought of the 2 girls across the river and had to collect myself. The whole forest was watching me. Oh, okay. Wait, what about this then? 2 folding camping chairs were on the ground. One was knocked over. If those poor girls were here, then they obviously ran off. There were cans of beer spilled onto the ground and the dirt was kicked up. Who could have possibly wanted to hurt those 2 girls? The cheap-looking 2-person dome tent only made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Had this campsite belonged to those girls? Why are we obsessing over these ladies? The inside of the tent looked to be in order. It only contained 2 sleeping bags, backpacks, and a small cooler, and a pair of panties. No! Sorry. If those girls were camping here, they must have been killed somewhere else. I'm gonna just shut up. Okay, we already read that part. Okay, let's go. But which way? Panties is not a dirty word. Panties is just panties. They're panties. Yay! You sound naughty, Mark. Panties. What's this? There was some personal effects shoved into the back of the rock. Wait, there was a notebook there too. And I totally read it. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after worn page of names and lists. None of it made much sense. The newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Rachel! Her name was last on the list and had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather. Cheryl and Heather! Silent Hill 3! And 1. But mainly 3. Had been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. Okay. And we go here. I think. Or did we already go here? What? Hi! Do I not care to comment? No! Don't look! No! Okay, before we go in there, we're gonna go in here. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. Wait, no. Hang on, we're going in that building. Let's go. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. There wasn't much in the way of clean water there. What? There wasn't much in the way of clean water there, but the sink did work. There was a damp-smelling plank leaning against the stall door. I might have been able to cross the river with it. Did I take it? Do I need it? I managed to carry the plank under my arm so it didn't get in the way. Oh, that's nice. So that's how you find out if something's creepy, is if it passes the creepy dad test? I would love to hear other scenarios of this test other than panties. Would love to. Oh crap. This one. We want to go in this one. Wait, hang on. That's a rock. Okay, anyway. I'd finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I'd never wanted to return there. Yeah, obviously. Weirdo. Why are you so weird? Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me would lead. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And where were the campers who had abandoned their site? You buried them! Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and... wary? Weary. Wary. Wary. That's a word. Yeah. I don't know. Who knew what was ahead? Not me, because I can't words. To be fair, Oxers, yours actually doesn't sound creepy or naughty or perverted or what. Thank you, Mary. Like at first I was like weary, but wary clicked. It made sense. I was like, did they misspell words? Can you shut up, Mr. Plow? I don't even need you. I freaking shoveled the whole thing on my own. I could browse. Am I missing things? I don't think I am, so we're just gonna keep going. Door! As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto part factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind? Our Panties life sounds like a very delightful sitcom. Very much so. Onward. Hole or door? Hole or door? Door! I picked door. I regret choice. Maybe I should have went in the hole. Oh, man. Let's go in the hole. Let's go in the hole. See, I feel... What?! I'm so freaking stupid! I found the body of a security guard, just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head, and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no! Please! What's this? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? The watch was useless, and I put it on my wrist anyway.
It was a present for Rachel. Rachel.
Sorry. Oh wait, that's all that's here? I wish I could have remembered. Why was all my stuff missing? Because crap happens, man. I lose my stuff all the time. Every day. Losing something. I'm actually really liking this Dirty Dad test. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. The door was locked and shut, and there was a little electronic box on under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger! Closed for repairs." Okay, I got it. It's closed. Wait. I found my glasses and then I lost them again. That was another reason why I wanted to play on my PC. Because I can't see, like, from here to the TV. Catherine, the last, 2 or 3 streams, that was a nightmare. Because I couldn't see. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. So, bring power back to you, go indoor. And you're locked, like a douche. And we go upstairs. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Hi, wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that had worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over the general store after the factory closed. Rachel and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I could say the same about me. Anyway. I do think that the last... Other than just using the coffee to jump up 3 blocks, it was just a lot of luck and hope. A lot. A power panel looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? The power panel still wasn't working. Did I try again? I'll be honest, I thought he farted. The panel seemed to be working again. Okay. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside. Shut up, Epic Wang. Taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. That woman's photo. I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happened. The power panel looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? And it's on! It was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking keycard slot to the side. I do not have. Anyway. Hello, stairs. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing the sting more. Are you done? I feel Rachel would deserve it if she wasn't supportive. I lose my job and I'm a little down about it and she's like, "Oh, hey Norman, how's it going?" Jerk. Wait, Graham only made seeing this sting more. Whoop. Looked like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. I wondered, was that guard using this as a break room of his own? I don't know. Ba-ba. Mr. Plow. I miss The Simpsons. I haven't watched The Simpsons in so long. The door had been hastily boarded up, and I kicked myself because they had the, 20th anniversary, I think it was. And they played the first all the way to, the newest episode, and I didn't see it at all, and I was kind of mad about it. And then Matt came out with a Marge Simpson makeup collection, and I was like, hey, I kind of need that, and I never got it. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we were work here, because he was too busy punching my wife in the vagina. Anyway, We got a little weird. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I had lunch together. Rachel seemed so much more at ease when we all hung out. Ugh. Punch! Another panel I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push it? Yep. And it works. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Who did not take the hammer? Because they are stupid. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. The more you know! I don't know if Marge wore... Well, she did in, like, an episode, maybe? I know she had that really cute dress that she kept, like, altering and made it even cuter until it was unwearable. But she still looked cute. But now, like, the makeup was, like, super cute and the names were hilarious and I wanted it and never got it. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take it? Yes, that's what I needed. I slipped the key card into my pocket. Marge Simpson punched her vagina with me. That's funny. That's funny. Meoxers, yes, that's probably one of my favorite episodes, is her going crazy trying to alter this dress, and it's just the cutest darn dress. From the musty smell, I assumed no one had used this locker for a long time. Turn on the panel. Yes. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. 3 times a charm. Yeah! That was a victory dance. It's a glow stick. Anyway. Boop! Another panel I hoped could help me get the power back on. Yes. I hit yes. That'd be weird. Great, this one was working. Okay. Blech. I know that squeak too when you open that door. I can't think of from where. I know that squeak! That exact one! I struck with the hammer. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I had removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Yay! This was my locker. There in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. This room was nothing but bad memories. There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wondered if that man in that house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol in his place. It can't be mine! Maybe that guard outside caught him hiding up here. And they scuffled. And then the fisticuffs. And then murder. No wonder Rachel liked someone else if we're getting drunk at work. I feel like I went in the wrong. Yeah, we were already here. The keycard I found seemed like it would pass through this door. Reader. Did I use the keycard? Yes! Yay! It bleeped at me. Maybe it is Resident Evil. Because part of me was like Silent Hill, but I was like, that's not right. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? Did I jump? No, we're gonna wait. If I was too chicken to jump down that broken ladder before, why would I do it now? There has to be another way. The door locked! Like a douche. Wanted to go in the other freaking room, but yeah, we're jumping. Woo! Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Ow. Onward. I stepped out of the factory, glad to be rid of its smell and its memories. I couldn't stop thinking about the room with the bottles in it. Was that guard I found outside really drinking up there? What about Norman? And who had rooted through all these lockers? But I couldn't tell where I was What? I couldn't tell where I was as I looked around, but I figured I needed to get to a road, get my bearings. Maybe Norman could help. His store wasn't far from the turnoff of the factory, if I remembered correctly. No, go back! The factory door had locked the rest. Okay. I don't know that sound I just made. Don't. I don't even know. I don't care. Woo! Get out of here. That's how you scare him off, you wiggle. Lights in front of them. There's a rock. And it opens. Boop, boop. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotting food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Yeah, you'll take it back. I cleaned the card off as best I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this! I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card, so it's safe and they can be friends and hug each other and be like, "You're home!" Did somebody steal this from me? I wondered why they would have stashed it there. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. Marvelous! Norman! I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. Norman! Help me! So help me if my dearest is here. My Rachel. She's mine. Hello? Bum, ba, ooh. What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wondered where it led. Led? What? Where it led. Did I pull the chain? Yeah. I gave the chain a single tug and a simple folding ladder to the attic pop down. Oh, yay. Oh. The TV still flickered some indecipherable. Why can't I read? Indecipherable channel. Thank you. I couldn't make out what was on the screen, but that glow just gave me the chills. It's a freaking television, dude. The body should be more creepy. Oh no! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker, one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Yeah, he's our buddy. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. Hush, sleep, beauty. The poor bastard. What's in here? I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. I'd never been to Norman's place before. At least, I didn't remember ever doing so. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yeah, you did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. He didn't even ask if I wanted him to. I just wanted him to look, and he was like, "Oh, hey, this hairpin, this is mine." Is that it? Okay, we're going to the attic. No. What is this? It's like kinky things were going on up in here. Is the shorter ones for Rachel? Norman! You douche. She's mine. Mine! There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. And we opened. Inside the old cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? What did she do to him? The items in the box were only made my head spin more. I desperately needed answers. Rachel! That's it. I expected much more out of an attic. I don't remember where I came from. I wasn't entirely surprised to find this there. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. I have to burp. Ugh. I always wondered what happened to it. How long had it been here? There was a little bit of something dark staining the sleeve. Did we like dress up as Rachel and then go to surprise him and then like he's like, oh hey honey, and we were like, it's me! And then we murdered him? That could have been fun. Could have been fun. I don't think I've ever tried to burp as Batman. So the next time I have to burp, I'm gonna try. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? I don't know. Normally I'd say yes to everything, but I kinda want to keep your gun. But it's not mine. You can have it. I carefully pushed the piece back into place and felt a great burden lifted. Norman, what were you doing with all of these? Down? This way. I used the hairpin to pick the lock, and the hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away like a stupid hairpin. There's Norman's corpse on the ground. I gave him a big kiss and told him I loved him, and then proceeded to wear his skin. Did I take the hairpin from the counter? I wish that was in this game. The general store was small, but it was clean. And it had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Oh, I bet she did. Bet she did. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Were you thinking of going somewhere with Rachel, Norman? She was mine! Mine! Betrayal. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. What was the matter, Norman? You cheating on your hydro bills, too? Me? I'm bitter. There were various postcards from the area, especially the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Of all these postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There were only a few left. It'd been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. It looked like someone had taken that piece from his store. But why was it in those tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled that dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. I felt like I had only discovered no more I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth! Ba-da-da. Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And there was nothing. So I'm gonna go back. And we start from the first door. And see what happens. Ba-da, ba-da. This one. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Are you gonna say this to, like, everything? The gate was locked. Tight. It wasn't my house. Oh. Are you my house? Hang on. That door only led me back. I had to find my house. Okay. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it in all the way. That's what she said. I knew it wasn't right, but I looked at that letter. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman? So don't you think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure. I don't know. I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Bye-bye. I can't read anything right now. She wanted to leave me! No! Uh-oh. Is this my house? Because I'm going to check the other doors. I had the wrong gate. This was locked. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Okay. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. Ooh. I was expectant, but also afraid. Da-na-na-na-na. What's that? Oh, it's just like nothing. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. But we did it! Let's go! The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Oh no! I make myself laugh. I'm so stupid. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday? Or sometime before? The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. Onward! There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there, too. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? Maybe you should get on paying that, Chief. Just saying. I like my crocodile breathing. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where had I put that damned key? Upstairs? 'Cause that's logical. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Okay. We got a big house. I'd found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo Rachel and I stared... The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable, but I kept it anyway. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Why do you think? She cheated on you, she felt bad, and she still wanted to leave you. Our television I purchased before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. Why would you feel guilty? Rachel was pretty angry about that, I realized. Well, tell Rachel it's my money and she can... shut up. And go sleep with Norman. 'Cause that's what she's good at. Oh. Sorry. Our hallway mirror had been smashed. Its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. Okay. It's not my fault I didn't have a fallback like Norman did. I wish I'd have known. I'd have been like, hey Norman, I know you're like sticking it in my wife, but a part-time job would be nice. It could be helpful. But no, he's like, no, I'll just, keep doing your wife and you can go look for a job elsewhere, sir. And then I probably killed them. Because that's messed up. Our sink, which needed to be replaced, one of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. That's it. That old house was charming for sure, but it wasn't always easy. That tub, though. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old clawfoot bathtubs. Oh my god, I love clawfoot bathtubs. Why am I so lame? It seemed impractical at times, but it was part of what made that house home. That's it. Okay. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. Mark, it's perfect. I saw the computer monitor was on. Oh, someone left browser open. Twitch TV, I'm gonna watch video games. Isn't that right? Flashlight chuckles. Welcome home. But sadly, that's not what's gonna pop up, is it? There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. And we took it. I pocketed the key. I pocketed good. The laptop was warm. It had been running for a while. I guess so. Onward. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books I did. One book in particular seemed a bit odd. I remembered owning it, but not that edition. My wife's. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? Hussy? Rachel. Why? Were you really going to run away with Norman? Was I really such a monster?
Did you not read the letter?
Because I'm pretty sure we read it. I mean, I read it and I am you, so... yeah. Wait, what are we doing? Downstairs! Do I need to? Where? Okay. Banana. That's what I remember reading. Yes, she cheated on us, but... didn't I find something to... oh. She was gonna be like, oh hey guy, I cheated on you, but you know what? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. The basement! I unlocked the basement door. I descended the stairs. What was that? He like... I don't know. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take that key? I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Bye. The grimy old key I found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. We like our women heavy. Like our crowbars. That was it? Whatever. Lame! Back to the basement. There were old clothes, tools, and other things that we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. We had way too much junk. You're telling me, Chief. Looked like there was plaster and an old trowel in here, too. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? Yep! With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it? Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Okay, seriously? You had to freaking unlock all this crap. You had to break the thingy to get in.
And we're like, oh, Rachel's in here, I guess. Hope she's okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know exactly. Konnichiwa! Shut up, phone. That was scary. Don't look. You can't stop me. I got a feeling. Is that a jellyfish? You're beautiful, jellyfish. Don't look. A filthy-looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Are you serious? I can pick? Then what do I pick? Yes, the little girl is my phone. And she does say konnichiwa, because she's a weirdo. I'm gonna hit no. But I've hit yes so much. The rags were wet, matted, covered in dirt and grime. But inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I hit a button. Do a thing. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What I had been searching for this entire time. I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I came home. Didn't I? Then, the awful realization hit me right in the gut. I had been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else because she was never there at all, was she? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt before was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab a hold of something that would make sense of all this, I must have drifted off. Woo! You're my Rachel flashlight. You're my Rachel. I guess these books were all actually mine then. My head was pounding. Wait, go back. What? It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, the forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Oh my god! Why do I get to pick? I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? It was the photo of the other man and his wife that I'd found in that house. Were those really his wife's remains in those tunnels? It certainly seemed so. What did I think? Did the other man murder his wife and bury her clothes in those tunnels? The sick bastard must have. What else did that mean? There were some questionable things in those tunnels. What else was he wrapped up in? I am so mad. Who killed that man anyway? In the dirty faded glass, I looked like nothing more than a faint shadow. There was only one set of toiletries by the sink. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who wanted to keep the tub. When was the last time I showered? I smell awful. He's like, I got to poop. Bye! I don't like my ending. I think this is the ending. Why else am I getting choices? I don't like it. I'm mad. It was the key card I found in the olfactory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's. But if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? It must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room. I'd made up my mind. The laptop had finally run out of power. How long had it been left running? Long enough for me to hate what's going on right now. It was the letter I had taken from the postbox. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain, but well, who wrote that letter then? Who was Norman seeing? Oh no, Norman. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I do that horrible thing to him? No. I couldn't have. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly, but no. I could never do something like that. I hate this. I still had no idea what was on the tape I had found in the garage. If only I had found a way to watch it. I had that old TV for so long I don't even know if I could ever replace it. It was a piece of junk, but I couldn't really afford anything newer until I bought that TV that Rachel got really mad that I bought because apparently she doesn't exist anymore. So man, the old VCR had long since broken down and I'd never bother to replace it. My old office safe sat on the floor. It used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that code again?
I thought it worked.
Wait. I hate that safe. Now I want to like do it proper and find Rachel, because I thought if I didn't find Rachel there, it wouldn't be a,
Oh, Rachel doesn't exist. I question life and everything we just did. And it.
I'm sad. I'm sad. I couldn't go back down, not until I'd gone over everything. I needed to make sure I was perfectly clear that I suck at life. Pick stupid endings. How many breakfasts had I eaten here completely alone? All of them! Come to think of it, I didn't think I had even had guests over. Because who wants to hang out with you?
No one.
I must have locked the door. There was no reason to return to the backyard anyway. The pile of mail on the floor I now saw was addressed to me. Bills, credit cards. The credit card offers, a letter from the bank. They were all addressed to me. By the looks of it, I hadn't collected mail in over a week. I wasn't going to leave. I had at least to get some answers first. What are you talking about? We went over everything. It was a piece of junk, but I couldn't afford anything newer. The old VCR had long since been broken. The more I thought of Norman, the worse I started to feel. 8 names written alongside those odd marks in different colors were printed in that notebook. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose. I recalled the names I saw scratched out on the old desk deep within those musty tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? I'm not cheating. There was a poorly framed photo of what looked to be a small headstone in a graveyard. It was tucked away peacefully under a beautiful old maple tree. Underneath it was another sheet of paper. It looked like some kind of MRI printout. It showed the top view of the brain scan. I noticed the bottom of the scan had 2 whitish patches on it. I didn't recognize the image. Finally, at the bottom of the pile was a simple white envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was a good time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope and read what was inside? Boop. I tore open the envelope and removed the yellow-lined paper inside. On it was a letter written in a hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event has probably been pretty difficult. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me too. Well, maybe you can. That isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like such a dream. A quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all, but it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never forgive yourself, but this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way. Rachel." Harvey! No!
Dots?
Okay. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but at a last look. We're gonna find a dead lady down there, given the option. The wall was cracked and pitted. I was told by an inspector the basement had been partially filled in before I bought the house. But by the look of that wall, I was going to need to fix the foundation. Everything smelled musty and old down here. I don't care. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Yes. I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. And stabbed everyone! 99? 99. What? Chisel. I would have liked for chisel. I knew I needed to escape that nightmare. What about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So, did I leave that house forever? Yeah. Since I had arrived at town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened? Everything I'd seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woke up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. That man I found in the old house had killed his wife. I was sure of it, just as sure as you killed mine. What happened in those dank sewers? I was lucky in my way to even find my way out of there. But I never did find out what was on that tape now that I now kept. Considering all that I had learned tonight, I wasn't sure I wanted to. And what I'd been doing at Norman's place. And what had I been doing at Norman's place? Or even in that forest? Didn't look good, that's for sure. Had I been responsible for what had happened there? What do you think? Was I guilty? Or was I just mad? That forest, though, was no escape either. That notebook especially left me troubled. I remember seeing a similar list on that desk back in the tunnels. Who were the girls mentioned there? I suspected there was more of those woods than I knew, though I had no intention of going back. It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Had he been the one to seal up that room? Was he drinking up there, alone? I thought perhaps he had something to do with that dead guard. But now you've got me all mixed up. Not even sure what makes sense anymore. I had to catch my breath to take it all in. At each point until the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective on all this started to really change. Meaning, that's when you started screwing up the story! Damn it, Norman. What were you doing with Rachel? I mean, what was going on? If all of this was a lie, then what was really happening? Someone had killed Norman in a store, but it wasn't me. Who else would have wanted him dead? But as painful as all of that... as all of that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think of it again. After all I had seen and done, finally, coming home was supposed to be the end of all this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was only the beginning. The silence in the house when I had first stepped through the kitchen door. That should have been my first clue. To think I went through all of that completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You didn't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on now knowing what I do without Rachel, even the thought of Rachel? I was truly lost. As the door swung open, I could smell damp grass and the closeness of the air. After everything, it felt I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth. I'll give you that. But now, I was completely lost. You took away the only thing that had me going back. I was sure word would get out, and soon enough the police would come looking for me. And what then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? Do a dance. Serious? I'm so mad. This is what happens when you let me pick things. When I get to choose the story. I get to screw everything up. Press space to share your story. What happened to you? Home is now available on iOS. Press C to go to the Apple Store. Press Q to quit. I want to share my story so everyone knows not to do what I just did.